the New Balance Fuelcell Rebel V5. You guys let me know, have you guys tried any New Balance sneakers from the Fuelcell line? Let me know in the comment section below and let me know your experience. Or just let me know if you haven't tried anything online. Let me know what New Balance gives you on the pot. But let's go ahead and get straight into it.
This is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
And today, Robbie, we're reviewing one of my favorite shoes, one of my favorite lines. It all started here with the One, which was kind of crazy. And this one really did deserve the name Rebel.
Yeah, the New Balance Rebel.
And the crazy thing is, if you guys know about the Evo SL, the Evo SL was actually beaten by the previous model of the Rebel, which is the V4, which is kind of crazy because I've heard a lot of great things about the Evo SL, and I'm still yet to see a comparison video where the Evo SL comes on top, but I just haven't seen it. I feel like the traction, I'm always hearing things about the traction. I'm always just hearing something that makes the Evo SL not be a good option compared to whatever it's being compared to. But anyway, that is kind of besides this video. So let's go ahead and see what they got to say about this shoe right here. I believe it's like a daily tempo.
So Robbie, one of the things they were trying to do with this shoe is actually guide your foot in a new way. And what it had was this flare on the lateral side that was supposed to help you roll off.
Wait, this is it right here?
Getting that extra push, that extra power off your toe.
At the time, this is
it don't look
5 years ago. That was a pretty interesting design.
This was a fun, lightweight, kind of minimal style shoe.
I'd say it was a little bit cult. There weren't too many people wearing it.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't see it around too much.
I didn't love the Jacquard upper. I talked to someone at New Balance, and they actually made me a pair with the Vazzy upper, which I loved.
They made him a pair. Now, these is one of the ones, y'all. I'm telling you, these is the people that is really tapped into the space. And I don't know if they're just affiliated with these people or if they just, because I know they get their sneakers like on time, or not even on time, but before they're even released. So if you guys do want to tap in, I really recommend. I'll put their video in the description so you can go ahead and check out the channel. But this is a really good channel if you want some good info.
We never reviewed it because
they're
like, hey, it's not going to be available. So we don't really want to be talking about it. But now this time's gone by. This was a good update for the shoe, and I really like the way it worked.
That's a 1 of 1, right?
1 of 2.
One of 2?
I ran in one pair, and I saved a pair for display purposes only. So, Robbie.
What?
All right.
Second one.
This was the...
They get in 1-on-1 pairs, y'all. That's crazy.
That kind of
who you know getting 1-on-1 pairs
from
New Balance?
And really, at the time, was a big move for New Balance. I felt like it got people really
Oh, this is the design. I was about to say the other one was kind of like funky.
About the performance side of New Balance.
Yeah, and also beauty.
Yeah, so this was a huge
really nice
hit. I mean, it was just a visual stunner back in 2020. Stone Cold Stunner.
Old pair?
Suck it. And this was... Yeah, had the fuel cell that was just like the right amount of cushion and responsiveness or bounce.
It's like a super critical.
Right. It was and super lightweight, very breathable mesh upper. Had a little bit of problems with durability.
Some tearing on that. Yeah.
I'd say that was the one weakness of the shoe.
Like if they could fix that and bring this upper back, I think this was a beaut. And it was one of those shoes you put on, and if you went out for your run, you just started picking up the pace because it just felt so good on your feet.
Yeah.
They kind of brought down that flare on the outer lateral edge. On this one, you're going to see as the shoe develops, that kind of just goes away. But I think this one was so cool. And then they're like, you know what? Let's try to make it more mainstream.
Yep. And then I feel like this is what everyone does. Same thing with the Saucony Endorphin Speed when they went from the 2 to the 3. It's kind of like when you went to the 2 to the 3 in the Rebel. Brands always have this like amazing shoe, and then they try to make it for the people, and it's always a terrible move.
It's kind of like when your favorite band makes that album, they're like, "Oh, we got a little popular. Let's make one that's radio friendly."
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
And this came out, and even though it has a lot of characteristics of this other one, I just hated it. And I think I hated it just looking down at my feet.
So I'm assuming it's the V3?
The Ecto Cooler colorway just was gross to begin with. But even running in it, it was too soft. It was just too tame. Like it wasn't.
It lost character.
Yeah, it was kind of like a daily trainer, kind of not. But I don't know. It was a shoe that we didn't like.
And to be fair,
most people did.
In its time, I probably was like, it's still a decent shoe. I like the cushioning, I like that, but it did lose all of its character. And then we came out with the 4, and it was back.
Yeah.
What a cool design.
It looked great. The big New Balance logo on the side. The tooling was pretty much on point. Now, I actually didn't really run in this version because I'm one of the few people who wasn't a big fan, not because of the feel underfoot necessarily, although I thought it was a little bit, like I thought it was fine, but the upper just did not do well with me. I felt it was roomy, kind of, I didn't like the heel collar. I just didn't love the upper. When the upper doesn't fit me,
I heard it rips a lot after some time too.
Yeah, Robbie's foot is like that particular foot. Like I feel like you're not quite narrow, you're not quite wide. You're in this weird zone.
It's like on the Three Little Bear and Cinderella.
Yeah.
She hooked up with. That'd be weird.
Wait, she hooked up with the bears?
Nah, that'd be weird.
Okay.
I think it can only do that in fairy tales. All right.
Or certain
Hopefully
clubs.
not. Yeah, depending what kind of bears.
The cushioning, I thought this new Piba blend, they moved from the Super Critical to a Piba blend midsole, but it felt a little bit flat. It was missing like a little bit of punch to it, but I still liked the shoe quite a bit. Where I thought it kind of fell off a little bit was on this tongue, Robbie. This whole line between even the SC Elite, they just kind of put in this like felt tongue and it felt like an afterthought.
I was just gonna say it was definitely an afterthought. It was good. It felt like it was missing a little bit from the forefoot from the midsole, but still people love this shoe, especially because it's light. It was very lightweight.
I love a simple shoe. I think it's now my favorite category. Like we can name off a bunch of shoes in this price range,
which we will.
We will at the end of this. I just love it. It's like it's keep it simple, stupid kind of technology, and they really do a good job with it. So let's get to today's shoe.
No cap.
Like, okay, you're gonna have to put a timestamp there because people get all pissed off. Oh, they don't start talking about the shoes for the first 5 minutes.
Index it.
Sorry, we like to give you a little history lesson.
Yeah, you're getting a history lesson whether you like it or not. So this is the
that orange
V5.
pair is crazy. Hold on, let me go back on it.
Yeah, you're getting a history lesson whether you like it.
This better be the V5. Yeah, I'm gonna get this on the channel, yo. And I hope it's already out, and I hope this is not like an exclusive, like early drop for them. But that orange pair is fire.
So this is the V5.
Both pairs are fire.
We're here, and man,
Robbie, how about that colorway?
The colorway is sick. It's like I've had so many people just tell me that they love the way this shoe looks. I love the way this shoe looks. It feels kind of lifestyle-ish. Like I would wear this.
Okay, here's the thing with shoes. I think across the board, people sometimes they're like, oh, that looks like a lifestyle shoe. Guess what, people? That's where things are moving. You're going to see a lot more performance shoes taking on that lifestyle, that crossover.
Right.
And they should.
And it makes sense. I mean, we want shoes that look good. People want shoes they can wear after they're done running in it.
No offense, but I don't want to wear a Saucony Ride when I'm like...
Well, even this colorway, you can see the same shoe. This is the Urgent Red colorway. This shoe's dropping early June 5th in limited quantity. Look at this. Like, which one were you going to wear with jeans? I think I'm going to lean towards this one. Not that I'm going to wear all my shoes with jeans. It's like kind of crazy.
This is 1995. The Bulls will be right in the middle of their playoff run.
Yeah.
Hopefully I got that year right.
You'd be going with it.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, but let's talk about this colorway a little bit more. This is going to be a wide release. When's that happening, Robbie?
They got an early release.
You are correct.
Damn. And we got to wait till July 4th to get us a pair.
Wide release.
How much is the price?
When's that happening, Robbie?
I think July 1st.
Yeah.
$140. Not too bad. I feel like the fuel cells, the Rebel V4s were $140, right, y'all?
All right. Anyways, let's get into it.
Let's get into
talk
about it.
Performance.
Where do we normally start?
We start with the upper, so go for it.
We're going back to Phantom Fit, so we're staying with that. But they made it so that Robbie's going to be a little happier. They've adjusted the fit a little bit for a better lockdown over the midfoot.
Yeah.
It's a little less baggy, it feels like.
Oh, way less baggy. Like I said, that was one of the problems I had with the last one, as well as the comfort around the heel collar and the tongue.
Ooh.
And it's like they changed all that, made it all better. I actually got a really nice lockdown throughout. The tongue is this, like it's thin, but it's comfortable. I don't know, it's almost like a micro suede.
I really like the tongue. And then you got this heel counter with the pillow back. They've also added that, Robbie, throughout the line. So you've got that in the SC Elite V5 as well. It works really well. A lot of people, like these type of heel counters weren't working for. They were either digging in wrong or just getting there. So having that little bit of cush on there, it's going to make your ankles, your Achilles happy. Anything else you want to say? I felt it fit true to size, no hot spots.
Yeah, everything was really nice. It's gusseted tongue. It's just a really well done upper. Let's move on to the midsole, which is that fuel cell Piba blend. We got an increase of stack height this time.
5 millimeters across the board. Now it's 35, 29.
It's got to be a daily trainer, not like a race shoe, right?
Yeah, I felt like, like you said, the first one was a little bit firmer, or not first one, the last version was a little bit on the firmer side, which I could agree with.
And a little bit flat feeling.
It-
Not
it-
so much firm.
not so
I
much
just felt
firm.
like it was just flat.
But this has that really nice durometer where it's bouncy, but it feels not too soft. Maybe a little
Beautiful
bit soft if
colorway.
you're trying to pick it up.
Yeah, I think if it got any thicker,
Yeah.
it would feel too soft. I think at this level, it's got a really nice cushiony feel. The only thing I would
You
say
can really
that
tell
I
when they're running
kinda
like a
want
cloud.
is one of the competitors has more of a sculpted feeling underfoot, and I'm talking about the Evo SL. I kind of wish this had a little more arch support or a little more like shape under your foot so you could kind of feel a little bit of contour. This kind of does have just a simple
bit.
flat feeling.
So you also are getting a wider platform. It stays somewhat true to the last version, although apparently they trimmed a little bit of it out.
Yeah, you can
It
see a
looks like
little
it.
less flare in
Yeah.
the heel, a little bit less on the lateral edge here.
So even though you have that higher stack, it's not so high as like a lot of, even some of the daily trainers now are going up to that 40 or above range. Where
Yeah.
this,
I heard the 1080 V14. Actually, not even I heard, I have it. What am I talking about? Y'all stay tuned, hit the subscribe button and notification bell because that review is coming out soon. And it's actually recorded. I just recorded it yesterday. So the video should be coming out momentarily. I'm trying to drop more reviews on the channel more frequently. But within 2 weeks, y'all, it's going to come out. But that shoe has quite a bit of stack. And it's like a daily, everyday type of sneaker. But yeah, that one is pretty thick. I'm not going to lie. We are getting a little bit more comfortability. Also do have nice colorways too, which I'm rocking with.
you want this to be a lighter weight trainer.
Nimble.
Yeah. So it's nice that it's still, even
too
though
high of
it
a
has
stack.
that cushion, a softer feel, it is wider, so it offers a little bit more stability.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the ride, I felt like this is just one of those shoes that any pace, any distance even, it feels great. I mean, we've seen shoes like the Nova
These
Blast.
views, y'all, I keep saying it. Like when I start running, y'all, when I get in my runner's bag, I'm really gonna be running in spots where it's like scenic points, cause it looks like it'll be really fire to just run in spots where it just looks nice to run. Like I feel like it just make the experience so much better, and I feel like, yeah, just the environment, it would just make
The
running
SL,
so much more exciting.
Neo Zen, shoes in that range, which I feel like really execute that well. I feel like that's the same thing.
I wonder where this is
I
at.
really enjoy this shoe as far as underfoot feel. It's light. The turnover can be quick. You can go slow in it. I've also, when we were out and about, I was just wearing this as a casual shoe for some of the days that I was out.
Yeah, and that's where I think some of those shoes, like the Neo Zen or Evo SL, I don't really like those as casual shoes per se. This, I feel like you could, if you want the rocket.
I'm going to disagree a little bit on the Evo SL, but I agree with Rob.
I
I hate the Evo SL as a
Not
lifestyle.
really.
I know, it's
I
so
honestly
funny.
don't even understand.
When you see somebody
Look,
wearing it,
I
you're
don't
like,
understand how you do it.
yeah, it's a little squishy.
I
Okay,
don't
let's hit the
understand how you do it.
outsole here, Robbie. I think this is a big improvement over the previous outsole.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're getting a more rubber coverage, so presumably more durability, good grip. I think I had run it in some rainy conditions, if I recall.
I did, and I feel
really?
like it's a much improved over this one. I don't know if there's any difference in the rubber compound, or maybe it was just the way this one's slotted or designed, but this one felt a lot more secure, and the toe off felt a lot quicker.
Yeah, definitely, especially on the toe off. By the way, weight for this, Thomas?
8.4 ounces for a size 10.5 or 238 grams, which
What was Evo SL?
it gained a little weight from the previous one.
Like a half ounce, I think.
Yeah,
Gain.
just a little bit, but you're getting 5 more millimeters across the board, toe and back of foam.
Better upper,
And
more cushion.
It looks like more rubber.
We talk about weight a lot. Depending which way it swings, it can be good or bad.
I think it's justified.
You're not getting that extreme lightweight,
I mean, it is the daily trainer, no?
basically tempo shoe that you're getting
Yeah,
here,
like it's not.
but it's going to offer a little bit more comfort, hopefully more durability over the long run.
I think it actually achieves what they were trying to do with this shoe. So they were trying
That's
to bring
fair.
this more democratic and that you could use it as a daily trainer, because the original one was more a tempo shoe.
Yeah,
This one
True.
moves us to a really neat spot that I find in running right now, where you can have a lightweight daily trainer that's good all the way up to tempo and stuff like that. I feel like even the amount of cushioning on this, it's not max cush, but it feels good on the legs, so that like you can get away with this and a race day shoe. And
Universal Studios Thunderbolts is the #1 movie in the world. Oh, yeah! For 2 weeks in a row.
Pretty enticing.
And I think you're pretty good.
You have
Really? Now, I do want to ask y'all. I know y'all, all y'all, or some of y'all got to be runners out there. What are some tempo shoes that New Balance has currently? I'm actually quite interested because I don't think I've come across any, or any that I've really like known that that's a tempo runner. So I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head, but I really can't think of a tempo runner. But it's really good that he's saying you can kind of get away with this as a daily trainer and a tempo runner, because not a lot of people can spend money on just buying different sneakers for different categories. But yeah, you guys let me know. Keep me updated. Let me know what is a good
super trainer
a
high-end
good, like,
options that are
tempo
in that
runner
$200 to $250 range. At $140, you're getting some crazy good performance for like.
It looks really fine.
What did I say? Like my 4 horsemen of the
Apocalypse,
apocalypse
yeah.
are the shoes I mentioned: Evo SL, Neo Zen, Nova Blast. This.
Before we're gonna get scoring, people seem to hate it when I like New Balance products sometimes, so you're gonna really hate this.
Yeah, people hated it when we gave the Evo SL like a 14 out of 50, but now
everybody loves it.
You look around any run club and half the people are wearing that shoe.
It's funny. I think we get some stuff in advance. They may see us talking to the brands, whatever, and then they're like, oh, they're jaded, they're this and that, and then they try the shoe and they're like, oh, they nailed it. So maybe try the shoe before you get too mad at us.
I'm gonna tell you if it's good or not. If it's not a good shoe, it's not a good shoe. This is a great shoe.
All right, Robbie, you know that I really enjoy this first category for ranking. Its form, and I think this shoe nails it. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah, I had to say, I don't know what I would change about this. I'm also gonna give it a 5. It's
wow.
You can maybe say, I would maybe say trim a little bit out from the midfoot to make it a slightly lighter shoe, even more nimble. But as far as like what they're trying to accomplish with this and how it turned out, I feel like I have to go to a 5.
We'll move on to the next category. Robbie, what is it?
That's the fit.
Okay. This is going to be a big improvement for you since you didn't really enjoy the fit of the last one. What are you going to give this
one? So this is, I'm like also in between like 5 or 4 on this. I'll go 5 because I didn't have any problems with it. So it felt great. Like I said, everything was improved on it. The heel collar, the tongue, the midfoot, it slimmed down over the last one. It fit me great. Like no issues of lockdown or hot spots. Super comfortable, but still lightweight and breathable, which is a very hard thing to get all those things right.
All right, how many fingers am I holding up?
5.
Gonna agree with Robbie on this. This is a nice fitting upper. The tongue is right. Everything's good. There is a slight bit of puckering, but nothing that really bothered me at all.
And then
I wonder how many miles they ran in it so far.
This is the only non-perfect score I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 4 on this one. I kind of wish there was a little more sculpting in the midsole. I'd like something, maybe a little bump near the arch to kind of give you a little support under the arch. It's different. When I said that this one felt flat, I just meant like when you're running, it didn't feel like you were getting any bounce off the toe. This one has the bounce. You have the cushion in the heel, but you're missing out on that little bit of arch support and maybe some of the sculpting that you'll find in the Evo SL.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. It could be maybe still a little bit soft when you pick it up, which is kind of a little bit antithetical to the nature of the Rebel. Traditionally, this shoe is a little bit more
tempo-y.
Tempo-y, yeah. So maybe that would be the only spot where I would knock it down a point. We have yet to give a perfect score for any shoe, by the way. So, but we do have several in that 13 or 14 range. This will be one of them. I promise you, this will end up as one of the best shoes of 2025. If you love anything that's in that Evo SL range, especially at $140, it's crazy.
Yeah. And before we leave, I do think we should maybe give a mini between two shoes Evo SL, because I do feel like these are the two behemoths in this category. Okay. Maybe for the year. Mm-hmm. I think this one wins on upper and fit.
Upper and
I'll
fit
be on that for sure.
I think
y'all want to see that? Stay tapped in.
Evo might win a little bit on
I'll be
midsole.
On that video ASAP.
Yeah.
And that's where the decision's going to come in for you. Like some of the people that were like, I've seen some comments where people are saying, the Evo SL doesn't fit me right. I'm sliding all over the place or whatever. This shoe's going to give you a better lockdown over your foot. The midsole, though, on this doesn't have the dynamism.
Dynamism?
Yeah, see, dynamic-nisms of the other shoe. It's a little more straightforward than the Evo. But, I mean, I don't know. Even though Evo kind of came out as like a fashion / running shoe. Looks wise,
It is
which
really
one?
not fashion
I mean,
shoe.
that is a tough one. I think I'm leaning towards this. It's almost like a classic look in a new shoe, which is really hard to pull off.
People get used to the shoes getting better looking, and you're going to be like, oh, they look more like lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think this is the right direction for shoes. I've always felt like, why do you have to have a section where everything is lime green, you know, bright and stuff like that? Why can't we have stuff that looks
More
good
wearable.
and kind of more
Right.
fashion forward?
I mean, especially with the run culture and running clubs and this like identity with running, I feel like we'll see more of that. I hope we see more of that anyways. I think that's huge for running. So
as always, we'd love it if you would like this video
Yep.
and subscribe to the channel.
yeah, thanks for watching and listen to our podcast, The Drop and Fuel for the Soul. Make sure you sign.
Very great video, you guys. Is there gonna be a mini between two shoes? I think this is the whole section. Okay, yeah. But very great video. You guys, let me know your thoughts on the Fuelcell Rebel V5. Let me know if you guys think I should cop down below in the comment section. But with that being said, this was a very good video, very well done by Believe in the Run, as always. Now, if you guys want to see some more sneaker reviews but by myself, where I go through in-depth reviews, I go through like a whole breakdown of comfort, value, performance, and things of that nature, I recommend you click this playlist. I know it'd be a great follow-up. I'll see you in that one.